Hi everyone, I'm Nancy with Ladybugs Flowers and Rustic Decor, and today we are just making some simple um, jars, glass jars I've got, decorating with some vintage looking designs that I made off Canvia. There's a snowman and then there's Santa Claus and a reindeer. So that's what we're doing today. All I'm going to do though is use some dark brown paint and some lighter paint, apple barrel paint. And we're going to just dab this on these jars to make them look rustic looking. So that's what we're doing first. It's just gonna dabble the whole jar. I could have started off and painted them like white, but that's not the look I'm going for. I'm just going, I hope everyone has had a great day. I let it dry while I'm doing the next one. I got two that is the same size. These are just jars that I kept, like my spaghetti jars or pickle jars or just whatever I use. I try not to collect too many of them, right? Just have them everywhere. Now, some people that I have seen do sometimes use like a coffee grunge on it, and but I don't. But that's my choice, you know. That's everybody's to their own. And of course, we're going to have to paint back over them where I touched. And I did, of course, wash and let these set out and dry before I start doing this. All right. Now that we've got them all three painted once, I am going to take a little bit of black paint and just mix that in with, which is this just regular apple barrel black paint, and mix that in with my two browns. Which is a nutmeg brown and a burnt umbrella brown. And I'm also going to use some Mod Podge to help the paint stay on. So I'm going to take my first one. I know it's not dry, but we are fixing to dry them. I'm going to mix that paint up with the Mod Podge. Just mix it up real good. It's almost going to look black, but it's going to have a brown tint to it too. So then we're going to dabble that on. To see. Dried. You see it's still got a grungy look because I'm doing it with that little sponge. So we're going to take this next one, do the same for paint. And it's just on there, and that's what makes it look grungy, kind of rust look to me. That's why, like I said, I use either a sponge or these little sponge paint things you can get at the Dollar Tree. And this one right here, I do want to put a little more on. So it's going to take me just a little bit longer. Well, I'm going to have it all over me anyways. So now I want to take just a touch of the nutmeg brown and just kind of just give it a little dab around it instead of doing the cinnamon. You just take it and I guess I need to put a little bit of Mod Podge in my paint. That way it will stay. Alright. Now we're going to do the other one the same way. A little time consuming, but using that nutmeg apple barrel brown. Put a little more glue in there with it, that way it will kind of sit up on it. But like I said, not wanting the whole jar to be that brown. Just kind of wanting it to give it a more of a rustic look instead of putting cinnamon on it. Brown. Pretty good. So there is our 3 jars, which one of them is just a little bit more dig around. Let me move this out of the way. We are going to cover our lids of the jars with some burlap. So I'm going to cut some out. And you can just kind of set them on top. And you want it to lap over the whole jar. So I'm just going to cut off a piece for that one. Then we're going to have to cut it down some too around it. So we're going to do the same thing with this one. I'm going to my next one. What we're going to do next, I'm going to do it this way, is pull that down over the top part of your jar and take your jute rope, and I'm just going to put a dab of glue right over here to the side for right now. And I'm going to glue that down. And we're going to wrap this jute rope on around the lid of this jar, or where the lid is supposed to go. And I'm going to take me a little more of the hot glue over here to the side to get it glued down, to get it to stay. And then we're just going to wrap it again, trying to get it tight as you can to keep that burlap down. Oh. We're going to do it one more time. And then snip it off. And then glue it. And my front side right there don't have much burlap coming over. But what I'm going to do is I'm just going to kind of cut around it. To get a little bit of the excess off that's hanging over. You can leave ever how much you want to. Or how much less you want to, or just whatever. And since I did I'm just unraveling it somewhat. I did not get hardly none in the front. I'm just going to glue this down up here and then cut it back. I don't know where all that green, oh, yeah I do. It's from that shag tree. just kind of get it a frill. Look. Alright, we got that one wrapped. So we're going to do our next one. Alright, looks like I got more for this one, but this lid is bigger. So what I'm going to do is take my hot glue gun and just put a little glue over here. Take my rope and do the same thing all the way around. We're wanting it to stay around it. Well, we got 2 of them so far. Now we're wanting it to look raggedy looking. I do. We're going to take our rope again after we put a little hot glue up here. And wrap it. Keeping that rope down on it. We're going to give it a little more glue back here. And go around it one more time. And cut it off. And glue. Then we got the with a rustic look. So here are our jars. Is take some of the jute ribbon that I've got, and I'm cutting it in half right at this moment. Then I'm going to cut it again. And I'm going to take about, I guess about 3 inches and cut. Cut again. And I'm going to cut again. That left a little bit, but we're going to cut off the other side. Cut it up the middle. And do the same thing. I'm not cutting it straight. I'm not trying to get it straight. Do about the same. Then I'm going to take my fabric that I got from Hobby Lobby, and it's a black and a beige, like a burlap looking color, and I'm just going to tear it. I cut it a little bit. Now I'm just going to tear the rest of it all the way down. And then I'm going to start cutting it in the same sections. about the same length as I did the other. Then I'm going to get me another piece of it and do the same thing. Just cut it down a little bit on the fabric and then just take it and just rip it off. Then I'm going to do the same thing. I'm not measuring it, I'm just trying to kind of get them about the same length as I did the one before. And then I'm going to cut them up the middle. If you can see, I'm cutting them up the middle. To make them just a little smaller. So I'm going to cut off a piece of my rope. And I'm just going to lay one this way and that way. We're just going to crisscross. Do the same with the jute ribbon. Take that, you can take that excess fabric off. I'm going to do it one more time. Then I'm going to tie it. I got it too short to be able to get it in a knot, but we're going to try our best. Alright, then we're going to do the same thing. We're just going to crisscross. Well, I forgot my rope. And then we're going to tie it. I'm going to do this one more time. And then take it and tie it. Glue this fabric and ribbon onto that. And just spread it out ever how you're wanting it to look. You can tie your little bow, make your bow if you want to. But I'm just going to kind of set it to the side, but it not be all the way. Still kind of be on top, but on the side of it too. Just letting it hang over if I can. That ribbon is kind of more stiff. So I'm just going to take me some glue and glue it down. I'm going to cut off that rope. I'm going to do next. I am going to put just a few berries at the top of it, just to give it a little bit of color. So we're going to glue them down if they're right in the middle of our little shaggy frillies. Middle of them. I'm going to take one of my bells. So that's how I done mine. So I'm going to take a bell and put it just right in the middle of them berries. Turn it around. Then I'm just going to take a little bit of this greenery pine and stick it up here with it. Not much, just a little. And there we got our top part done of our jar. Make sure all that's going to want to stay. So I'm going to glue down this green in behind. And glue this to where this side that does kind of look messed up is going to be kind of covered up like that. I'm going to take some more berries. And just kind of split them. I'm going to glue that berry onto that one because it's showing too much white. And cut this little stem down a little more. Put it right in the middle. Just glue it down. Then we're going to take another one of our little bells. Put it in the middle of that. And on this one, I believe I am going to go ahead and stick 2 bells on. Then my greenery. Stick it in behind. Just where it's laying back there, where it's got a little Christmas green in there. And get it around where I can see. Alright. We're going to take some Mod Podge and I'm going to put it in this plate. And I'm going to put glue all over the back of our picture. I did print off. I made it on Canva. Make sure it's got that glue, got Mod Podge all over it. You can also put it on your jar if you want to. And what I'm going to do is this right here, where I've got the bell and stuff in the front. I'm just going to lay him flat to that. Rubbing him on. Take the paint that I had and just kind of go around where I glued him on. Like wanting to cover up our Santa Claus. And then we're going to take our blow dryer. What do I do with it? And dry that. And then there's our jar for with the Santa. Then our next one that's a little more bigger round, I'm gonna take the glue, the Mod Podge, and glue down, or put it on the picture. Move that one out of the way for right now. I'll have to wash it off my table. I should have had something laid down. But you want it all over that picture on the back side. Where it will glue. Down to your jar. Alright. And I'm going to take it and I'm going to put it right here in the front to where our bell and stuff is. And this is our deer, our reindeer. And I'm going to have to take a little bit more of our cloth right here in the front and cover up what I'm seeing. Anyways, we're going to rub him out real good. Then I'm going to take a little bit of the paint and just go around the edges of him. Then we're going to podge on the back of the picture. Then we're going to put him on this last jar, right in the front right here. Well, if we don't mess him up. And put a little paint around him. We got him painted that we just made. We got Santa, we got our reindeer, and we got our snowman. And I think they turned out real cute. I hope you enjoyed the video. And always remember, you are enough, and have a blessed night. Thanks.